A new report reveals human trafficking complaints to the national hotline are now higher than they've ever been here in Florida. Government agencies and advocate groups rely on those reports to promote funding their cause. But I-Team investigator Jared Holbrook found out that those numbers could be misleading.
We found calls to local law enforcement were extremely low compared to what the national hotline shows Florida having. Do we have a problem here? Yes. But one local advocate who happens to handle some of the hotline cases tells us it may not be as severe as some believe. Last year, Florida had more than 1,600 complaint calls to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, the most in Florida ever recorded. But wait, the numbers are misleading, according to Giselle Rodriguez with the Florida Coalition Against Human Trafficking. National hotline workers send her cases to handle. She says many of the calls end up being people seeking help for food stamps, domestic violence, or immigration issues.
So these phone calls have nothing to do with actual human trafficking, but they're still counted by the hotline.
The I-Team looked into local law enforcement numbers, how many human trafficking calls and complaints they're getting. The numbers are drastically lower. St. Pete Police had the most with only 8 calls last year. Tampa only had 3. Pasco had none. What do these numbers tell you?
It tells us that we're just not getting the proper information out to the public. We need to do a better job.
It's clearly a problem everywhere, but is it as big of a problem as some organizations or government agencies are making out here in Tampa Bay?
When you look at the numbers of cases that we have reported, not even confirmed, but just reported, and you compare it to other cities like Miami, Atlanta, LA, Dallas, our numbers definitely don't match up. So it's important for people to understand, absolutely, it is happening, but I wouldn't necessarily use the word epidemic when we talk about this specific crime.
Giselle says educating the public that human trafficking isn't just sex trafficking and that forced labor may be an even bigger problem locally may increase calls to law enforcement. You can see how many human trafficking cases are reported to our local law enforcement by going to our website. I'm investigator Jared Holbrook, taking action for you.